And so by understanding how risk genes for Alzheimer's fit together in this amyloid responsive network expressed by microglia, that allowed us to predict new risk genes for Alzheimer's. And we've predicted around 15 genes in total. One of our top genes was an enzyme called OAS1, oligoadenylate synthetase. It's an enzyme, and traditionally its function is downstream of interferon signaling. And what it does is it functions in antiviral processes. We've been studying that gene for around 18 months now. And then obviously when the pandemic hit, everyone's, all scientists are interested in the mechanisms of this disease and why some people suffer really badly with COVID and other people have no symptoms at all. And actually science has moved really quickly. And just a couple of weeks ago, a large GWAS study came out in the journal Nature by Kenneth Bailey's group in Edinburgh, and they identified 10 risk genes which contribute to risk of having like a severe or a bad version of COVID. And all 10 of those genes are expressed by the interferon pathway. And of those 10 genes, one of them is this OAS1 gene that we've been studying for Alzheimer's. So basically what we've done since then is looked at the SNPs, like the DNA markers that tag OAS1 that are associated with Alzheimer's on one side and COVID-19 responses on the other. And we see that these like DNA markers are overlapping with one another. And then we can look at genome data sets that are available and look for particular alleles and haplotypes in the population. And we've identified a haplotype for these 4 SNPs, which increases risk for both Alzheimer's disease and COVID-19. So there's a link between 2 diseases in the way that the innate immune cells respond. Obviously, there's differences between brain and lung, but the trigger of both diseases is activating the same pathway. So what we can learn for COVID will also be applicable for Alzheimer's and vice versa as well. So that's really quite exciting because it gives us insights into Alzheimer's and COVID at the same time. And obviously with COVID, a large number of people that have COVID are having neurological problems as well. And also some people have this long COVID syndrome as well. And that's still being characterized more fully, but that's also going to have some neurological implications as well.